For nearly a century, we've had this miracle weapon in our fight against disease: antibiotics. They've saved countless lives, turning infections that were once a death sentence into, well, just a minor inconvenience. But that miracle, it's under threat. We are in a full-blown arms race against an enemy that is constantly evolving, and if we're going to win, we need to understand our weapons better than ever before. Think about that for a second. It's a pretty chilling thought, right? But it's the reality we are starting to face. The rise of these antibiotic-resistant bacteria, you've probably heard them called superbugs, it means the stakes have literally never been higher. So, how do we fight back? Well, first, we've got to understand the battlefield.
Because every single day, whether you realize it or not, an invisible war is raging inside of us. It's this constant struggle between our own bodies and an invading force.
Our bodies are home to trillions, and I mean trillions, of bacteria. Now, most of them are totally harmless. Some are even helpful. But a few of them are pathogens. They're the invaders that cause disease. For decades, our frontline defense against these guys has been our powerful arsenal of antibiotics. But how do these weapons actually work on a microscopic battlefield?
Okay, let's break down our antibiotic arsenal, because it's not just one weapon, it's a whole range of them, and each one has a totally unique attack strategy, designed to take down bacteria in different ways. So, the first strategy is basically a direct assault, like blowing a hole in a fortress wall. See, many bacteria are protected by this tough outer layer, a cell wall. These antibiotics get in there and stop that wall from being built or repaired. And without its armor, the bacterium literally just falls apart. And this strategy is used by a ton of different weapons. We've got the famous penicillin family, of course, their cousins, the cephalosporins, and some real heavy hitters like vancomycin. And then you have the carbapenems. These are the big guns. They're often called the grenades of antibiotics because they are so incredibly broad spectrum. They can take out a huge range of bacterial enemies all at once. Okay, the next strategy is a little different. It's less brute force and more like industrial sabotage. To survive and multiply, bacteria have to constantly build proteins. They do this in these tiny internal factories called ribosomes. Well, this group of antibiotics gets inside the bacteria and just grinds those factories to a halt. No new proteins means no growth and no replication. Simple as that.
The agents of this sabotage mission are antibiotics you've probably heard of, maybe even taken, like azithromycin, that's a macrolide, or doxycycline, which is a tetracycline. They all work by gumming up the works of those bacterial factories, effectively stopping the invaders dead in their tracks. Our third attack strategy is, well, it's maybe the most insidious of them all. We corrupt their blueprints. Every single bacterium has DNA. It's genetic instruction manual. These antibiotics go right for that DNA. They either stop it from being copied, or they actively shred it to pieces, just creating total chaos in the genetic code. It makes it absolutely impossible for the bacteria to function or divide.
The main players here are the fluoroquinolones, like ciprofloxacin, and another really common one, metronidazole. They specialize in causing so much damage to the bacterial DNA that it just can't survive. But here's the crucial twist in our story. For every single attack strategy we have, the enemy is learning to defend itself. And this, right here, is the heart of the problem we face. Bacteria are not just passive targets waiting to be destroyed. And they're developing some seriously sophisticated defenses against our best weapons. It's called Remember the penicillin family? They belong to a group called beta-lactams. Well, in response, some of these nasty little bacteria have evolved to produce an enzyme. It's like a molecular pair of scissors called beta-lactamase. This thing seeks out and destroys our antibiotics, rendering them totally useless before they can even do their job. And that's just one task. Bacteria have developed a whole playbook of defensive moves. They can build shields, like that beta-lactamase enzyme we just talked about. They can install ejector seats. These are actual pumps that actively push the antibiotic out as soon as it gets in. They can change the locks, altering the very part of the cell an antibiotic is designed to attack, or they can simply block the entrance, making their outer wall tougher so our weapons can't even get inside in the first place. So given all these different
complex game of matching the right drug to the right bug. So, this all leads us to the most important question: how do you win? Because just understanding our arsenal isn't enough. We also have to understand how our own actions are actually helping the enemy evolve even faster.
And this is the hard truth. We are helping the enemy get stronger. Every single time an antibiotic is prescribed for a virus like a common cold, where it does absolutely nothing, we give bacteria a few chances to practice against it and develop resistance. The massive use of antibiotics in agriculture, the spread of superbugs in hospitals, these are all major factors in accelerating their evolution. So you see, what this really boils down to